Good evening, wizards. It's time for another piece of lore. Today we are visiting Arkol and Rusty. Arkol is a sailing captain on the high seas, known for being a bit of a plunderer, although he prefers the term merchant of opportunity. And Rusty is his penguin companion, first mate, and the emotional one of the duo. Let's dive in and see what they have found in a dark cave in the northern salt.
Yo-ho, raise the sails, let the winds of fortune blow the salt the sea. She'll toss you to and fro. Arkol and Rusty, merchants of opportunity. Salt and sky, they'll fire you and me. Yo-ho-hi-ho, their myth and legend grow. Arkol and Rusty turn us all wherever four winds blow.
It's got to be here. It's got to be here. It's not here. But all this work, the journey, it must be here. The penguin stamped his fins in frustration, slamming the lid of the empty chest. Teeth and tails, foxes, fury, no! The penguin raged, throwing his short spear and stamping around the small cave beside himself. Calm down, you're making a fool of yourself. Arkol spoke softly, kneeling down to inspect the chest himself. His hands slowly traced the lid of the old wooden chest. Years of being left untouched in the cave had left the buckles and clasps rusted and worn. The wood looked ancient, and yet still in fine shape. Magic was here. Someone was here before us. Brown wizards brew? Of course they were! What are we going to do about it? We need that key. We need it. We've traveled all this way. We can't leave empty-handed. We've got to save her. The penguin's tantrum continued. The orc continued to investigate the chest, now looking at the lock. Whomever was here didn't crack the chest by force, and they didn't have a key. No. It's not possible to get in without the key. This key, my key, the key of steel. It's the only key. The penguin took the key from around the chain on his neck and shook it violently in Arkol's face. I'm the only one who can get in. The second key belongs to me. Enough, barked the orc and smacked the penguin across the face with his massive hand. The penguin was knocked backwards, and the key of steel flew from his fin across the cold cave floor, landing in the center of the cave, maybe 10, 15 yards away. Silence fell over the cave as Rusty picked himself up off the ground, sobered by the anger of the cold stone. The cave had always been cool. However, suddenly it seemed very cold. An eerie, damp frost crept in suddenly. Rusty could see his breath. Arkol was suddenly alert, picking up his huge malachite halberd. Then, out of the quiet, a gentle, distant hum could be heard. Quiet at first, and then louder, almost musical in nature. As though caught in a magical trance, Arkol and Rusty watched as another penguin skated out of the fog, humming loudly to itself. Fins gliding across the frosted cave floor as though it was on an ice rink. The penguin's song and dance kept Rusty and Arkol stunned, transfixed by the bizarre scene unfolding in front of them. They were unable to blink. The penguin's dance took it round in circles, culminating in a spin and a jump, and then a low bow. The penguin paused for a moment, holding the bow. Then, while stooped low, flicked the key of steel up into the air, catching it again in a dramatic way. Rusty jumped, snapping from his daze. My key! He squealed as the other penguin grabbed a silk rope that had dropped from the dark cave ceiling and was pulled upwards into the abyss. Both Rusty and Arkol charged towards the penguin as he was pulled up, and they saw a glimmer of the penguin and its unknown silent accomplice disappeared somewhere into the cavernous passage away in the ceiling of the cave. "Thanks, boys. We'll race you to the chest of brass," teased the other flightless bird. Fury consumed Rusty. No, now they've got my key too. How can we catch them if we don't have the key? Rusty wailed. Shut up. They can't get far. Think, Featherbrain. We're on an island, and to escape, they must play the sea. And who wins at sea? Arkol asked with a smirk. We do. We win at sea, Rusty exclaimed. Determination returned to his face. Quick, back to the ship. And with that, they took off running towards the cave's entrance, back to the ship, as fast as fins and feet would carry them.
Meeple, I said earlier that your two expertise areas are magic cards and Legos. I think the third is lore writing. That was great, man. I love that you've got lore along with the release of the treasure trove. And to top it all off, you commissioned a piece from Markifine about the two characters that you just read lore on. Fantastic delivery. I love it, man.
No, thank you. It's a pleasure as always. Now, the other element of this piece of lore and the treasure trove that everyone should know about is I asked a question earlier in the channel and I linked an Etherscan transaction. So Valentina, a warrior of mine, has been lost in the quantum shadow. You can see her moving from my MeepleDad.eth wallet to a brand new wallet with a brand new seed phrase. And we're going to need everybody who's getting a treasure trove to work together to try to unravel the mystery and bring Valentina back from the quantum shadow. It's going to take everybody working together. So more details to follow, but do stay tuned.
Okay, I was just going to say, wait, how do I do it? But you haven't released the details yet. Fun. Okay, this warrior is lost in the quantum shadow. Amazing. Meeple, you're coming in hot today, man. That's very cool, man. We'll stay tuned. Are you going to drop details in the Secret Tower or on Twitter or just everywhere?
A little bit of both, but people are going to have to wait till they get their treasure trove for the hunt to really begin,
Nice.
Because the clues might be in the treasure trove.
Okay. Fun. That's great, man. Okay, guys, we have 10 minutes left. Thanks, MeepleDad. Do you guys want to jump to the Cult Content Chronicle compiled by